And yes, so you need to talk to Mr. Raman and see what he says, how many subjects you have left, modules, right?
Okay, sir.
All right. Anything else?
Nothing.
Nothing. All right. Okay. So today we're going to start the last of the learning outcome, which is learning outcome number 7. All right. And this is to do with your role of physical environment in the marketing mix. So this is the last of the marketing mix. This is the 7th element in the marketing mix. You know, the we have discussed 6 elements before, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So which one did we discuss? Tell me. Can you remember anything? Can you remember which one did we discuss? The first one?
Yes, sir.
Go on, tell
Was
us, let's so this we have extended elements of marketing mix. So can you give me the first one if you can, please?
No, yesterday's recording I didn't get. Yes.
No problem. You will get because I recorded it yesterday. It was only a small session because it was to do with people, recruitment and selection, the need for people. So that was only 15 minutes. You can get the recording, no problems. We'll make it available for you, no problems, right?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So which one did we discuss? Which elements? Can you remember any elements of marketing mix?
Yes, sir. 4 P's we have discussed. Product,
okay,
price,
4 P's.
place,
4 P's.
promotion.
Which one are the 4 P's?
Product, price, place, promotion.
Product, price,
After the
place, promotion, and
yes. And after
then
that we move towards the process.
Process.
And yesterday's recording I didn't get, so I think it was a people.
People. And this one today is the physical environment.
Physical
okay.
Environment, yes.
Physical environment. So what do you understand by physical environment?
A physical environment is that in which we create our products and sell them.
Yeah. So what's the difference between physical environment and the place? Can you see the product, price, place, which is number 3? Yeah, which was number 3. And this is the number 7. So is this connected to number 3, place and physical environment, or is it not connected?
Maybe connected, sir.
Or is it similar?
Without place, we cannot get a physical environment. Or the physical environment, we also have people, and in the place we also have people. All
right. Okay. So we have it's all connected. Physical environment is have a people, and it's connected with the place, but specifically place is to do with what? The distribution. Yeah. Yes, the distribution channels, the way you how you're going to you know, the elements of what you call them, distribution, the channel of distribution, the middleman, the agents. Yeah, that's the place, you know, the retailers and the wholesalers, that kind of thing. And number 7 is to do with the physical environment, i.e. the physical outlook, physical building. It's to do with your surroundings. It's to do with your you know, the physical place itself. Cleanliness, maybe it's to do with your, you know, smell of building, right? Outlook of your building, for example. Yeah, is to do with the a kind of is it big place, is it small place, is it clean, is it nice, is it smelly, is it dirty, is it nice and scented, yeah, the fresh, all this type of. So this particular physical evidence looks at the role of physical environment in the marketing mix. Okay, is to do with your physical evidence. Now, physical evidence mean when the customers walk in the place of a building or in a factory or in a place of office, and they need to experience, they need to see something nice, okay, and then they can judge from that place the quality of the service and the quality of the product maybe, and the quality of your staff and the quality of the setting from there. Yeah. So as they walk in an office, people will see immediately what type of organization you are. Correct? If your environment is bad, if your office, for example, is very dirty, very smelly, very unclean, very unhealthy, then the customers walking in that place will immediately get this impression, this organization is not for me. Is that so?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Do you agree or do you don't agree?
No, I'm with you. Yes, sir.
Okay. What about your offices? How does they look in your place? Are they clean? Are they dirty? Are they smelly? Are they nice, fresh? People clean it, or people? How do you think? How would you describe your office or the physical environment in your place, in your factory, for example?
They are clean, sir, and people are cleaning it.
Sorry.
Every day. They are clean, and
Yes.
people are cleaning it every day.
Does it feel good?
Yes, sir.
Place is good. People walk in. Do they experience a nice cleanliness?
Yes, sir.
Nice kushbu?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so for example, yes. Okay, so this tells the people that this place is good. So the standard of service one will receive is going to be high. Correct? So if you walk in a physical place like a cinema hall, what would you like to see? How would you like to see the cinema hall? Would you like to see it dirty, all the cigarettes stubs on the floor, or smoke in the hall, or paper all over the place? Or would you like to have a nice feeling and cleanliness, ambience?
Yes, sir.
In a
Neat and
cinema.
clean, and having a good sofa seats.
Yes, having a nice place, having good sofa sets, maybe nice chairs,
The air
comfortable chairs.
freshness.
Huh?
And air freshness as well.
Fresh air. Yes, ambience. This is called the ambience. Cleanliness, nice relaxing chair, good atmosphere, right? Nice lighting, maybe the wall decor is nice, so you can see, then you can enjoy, right? Similarly, if you walk into a restaurant, what would you like to see in a restaurant? How would you like to see the physical environment in the place? You want to see cleanliness, of course. You want to see no smell of cooking. You want to see comfortable chairs. You want to see nice cutlery. You want to see nice and clean glass plates, right? And good good and nice uniform people are wearing, correct?
Yes.
And the waiters should be having a good nice clean smell. So, and if the waiter is coming into dirty shalwar kameez or dirty clothes and smelly mouth and no shave and no fresh air, would you like to be served by him?
No, sir.
No, because they are dirty. So this is
a good uniform.
Yes, good uniform, good nice smelly, good shave, or clean clothes and so on. So all this tells you this is the marketing element, and the customers can see and the customers can experience this kind of service, which contributes to the quality of service. So you can see from this place, this is going to be good. Okay, so you can, when you walk in a cinema hall, when you walk in a restaurant, when you walk in a place like aircraft, you want to see something good environment. You want to see good clean environment. You want to see, this kind of thing will tell you something about the service that you're going to receive. Okay. Okay, so these are the examples. When you walk in, so things like other role of physical evidence is like packaging the service. You are always influenced by the perception of an organization. You're always looking at your something. If the packaging is wrong, of course, if the packaging is bad, then you will see this organization is not very good. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So that kind of thing. Facilities, the flow of service delivery process is provide you information and how Are you going to order this service? The role of physical evidence is important in the sense that facilities, how does it work? How do you manage your consumers? How do you look at the influence of perception? How do I order? So it's a flow of information. Okay, it's a flow of service. If the flow of service is bad, the service is bad, and you will see not good. Okay, so you will see the organization is not very good. Okay, and if the service is good, if the flow of information is good, then you will see this is good information, this is good organization, and I would like to join. So this is the role of physical evidence. Okay, what about the employees and the customers? As we said earlier on, if you walk in a restaurant, you need to see the waiters in good uniforms, good clean air uniforms. They should smell nice, right? If you walk in an aircraft, you want to see a good crew. You want to see them talk to you. You want to see them socialize with you. You want to see how they talk to you, correct? And if they talk to you nicely, okay, you will you'll receive a good service. So, okay. If you talk to your employees, they should be well dressed, which provides a good image of your company. And even seen, lots of banks will have a good uniforms, nice uniform in suits and ties and so on. So you can see all this. The role of physical evidence is very important. Okay, this is why we can say that the seventh element of the marketing is the physical and evidence. And physical evidence tells you the buildings, the uniform, the customers, the waiters for in different places, the leg space in your aircraft, the smell and the environment. So it all matters, correct? One model you can use to look at your physical evidence, or physical, or the seventh element, is called servicescapes model, okay, or servicescapes model, okay, servicescapes model. And this tells you that there is a physical environment dimension and there is an individual behavior dimension, okay. So what it means that you can look at your building by temperature, building, looking at the air quality, maybe noise, maybe smell, okay, or the layout of the building, or the equipment, or the furnishing, or signs of the building. Where's the building? What room is where? Signage, okay. Managing director, where's his room? What number? Right? If you see these signs, if you see these decor, then this is all included in the physical environment. And this is the model services model says that the physical environment is important as well as the behavior element of okay. So you look at the servicescapes model gives you a holistic environment in terms of the physical environment dimensions and in terms of the individual response behavior terms, okay. And this model is one of the models which is very important. So we looked at the physical environment in terms of temperature and air quality and noise and decor and signage. What about the behavior model? So when you go to an organization, you want to see what do the employees look like, what do they wear, for example, how do they communicate, are they friendly, are they not friendly, are they talkative, or they don't talk, you see. So this is all individual response behavior. It tells you the model tells you that this is your approach, okay, or this is your impression of the organization, correct, okay. And you can apply to your own organization servicescape model in terms of the physical environment, in terms of the individuals who work at your place, right? And you can see what they're doing. So what I'm saying here, this model, the servicescapes model, it looks at the impact of the physical environment in terms of the service process that takes place, in terms of behavior, in terms of the physical environment, in terms of the consumers, in terms of the consumer visiting the place or consumer visiting, looking at the things they will, how do the place looks like, and what do the people behave, how do the people look like, what the impression of the organization, and what do the impressions of the service they will get. Okay, so if you understand what I'm trying to say, if the environment is good and if the employees are good, of course people will definitely guess that this organization is good. If your physical outlook is bad and your customers or your consumers or your employees are trying to misbehave with customers and consumers, so they will get the impression this organization is no good. I don't want to buy my products from there, you know, leave it. Okay, I'll go somewhere else. So this is very important, that when you are having a place, when you have an organization, you must understand the role of physical environment is very important. Okay, and you can use the service-escapes model to look at the environment, to look at the service, to look at the place, how it works, and it should work, you know, physical as well as service-wise. All right, that's the whole thing. Other examples, for example, you can look when you go to a hospital, for example, you how does the patient's examination room look like? When you walk in a hospital and you look at a reception, you will get the impression that this reception is bad, dirty. So what do you think the patient's rooms will look like? Of course, you will guess it's also dirty, correct? If the room, if the reception is good, if the office outside doctor's room or the main office is good, you will get the impression that the rest of the hospital will also be good, clean, nice, fresh, smelly, good, you know, good doctors and good service you will get. Okay, similarly to catering service, catering service will have a, if you look at the catering service, you will see that the patients in the hospital with the doctor's room will be clean, the catering services will be good, the clothes will be good. And if you go to a hotel room, for example, you will see, you will get the impression that the linen, the clothes, the cloth, the TV, the towels, the sheets, bed sheets, you know, towels in the bathroom will be also clean in a hospital, and eating utensils will be clean, and so on and so forth. Okay, this is very important. So all this service-escapes model looks at the customer's point of view and judges the organization in terms of the service and in terms of the physical evidence. Okay, so if you look at this slide, in terms of service and in terms of the physical evidence, you will get there a lot of things here. For example, also if you go to hospital, what would you like to see in a physical environment in terms of the uniform, in terms of the building, in terms of the website, and service-wise, you know, your parking and signage and waiting room and ambulance and administration office. Okay, so you can see this from different slides. The different organization will give you a different impression of their service and of their physical evidence. All right.
Yes.
Yeah, so we looked at the hospital, we looked at the airline. So if you are looking at the airline, what would you like to see physical evidence? In the physical evidence, you would like to see the physical evidence in terms of tickets, in terms of food, in terms of uniforms, in terms of websites. If you like to see the service, you would like to see the service in terms of the airline gates area or the exterior or the plane, inside the space and the air quality, the seats, the decor and the smell and so on, all the terms. So there are many things that you need to see when we are talking about the service-escape model design. Okay, so you need to look at that. Correct?
Yes.
What are other factors influencing design of a service-escape model? Now, other factors like who is the service-escape for? Is it for the customers? Is it for employees? Or is it for employees who may feel differently to customers about the decor they experience for longer, and so on? Okay. And if the service is for complexity of service, you look at the lean servicescape model, example, haircut and mall and hotel and so on and so forth. So different factors will influence design of service model differently. Okay, and you need to look at we've discussed this before. Okay, the service type of service. If you look at this picture, it will tell you a different story. It will tell you the physical environment and the decor and the lighting and so on. So all this depends on your physical evidence. Okay, physical outlook of the place. Other physical evidence are important, like you need to recognize the impact of physical evidence on the strategic plan of the organization. If your physical evidence shows that your organization or your place is dirty, and this will have an impact on the overall objective of the organization, because you will people will not feel comfortable, or people will not want to achieve targets, or employees may not want to go to work because the environment is not very conducive, very clean and very welcoming, and people don't want to work in shabby or dirty or badly laid out offices, do they? They want to see good evidence. They want to see good layout of the place. They want to see nice, friendly staff, and fresh and welcoming office and welcoming place. So physical evidence is very important. Okay, this will of course impact on your strategic objectives, because if the employee is not going to work, or if the employee is not going to office regularly, of course the results will not be there. Yeah. So these will be important, and you need to update. You need to prepare to update and modernize the evidence. You need, if the workplace is not good, right, you need to update, you need to clean, you need to modernize, you need to create some good physical evidence, so that people can work, people stay happy in their roles, people come to work with happiness, and they enjoy working, because most of the time they will spend 8-9 hours in the office, less time they spend home. Okay, more time they spend in office. Correct. So it's got to be right. All right.
Yes.
Yes. Anything? Okay. So this is why it's important. So what we discussed today is very straightforward, very simple, very very easy to look, but difficult to implement sometimes, because maybe people don't have enough money, or people don't have enough time, or people don't have or they don't see the importance of the physical outlook. Yeah, the physical look out is very important. Okay, if you go to a bank, what would you like to see in a bank? If you go to a hospital, how would you see the hospital environment? If you want to go to a college, and how would you like to see the college environment? University, college, school, you want to see clean places. If you want to come home, of course you want to see the home as a clean, not dirty place. And if you go to work, of course you want to see the same. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is very important. So we talked about the LO7 today. It's very straightforward. We looked at the role of physical environment in the marketing mix. So you can, see the importance. And one model that we've discussed is the servicescapes model, which looks at the physical environment, which looks at the behavioral elements of individuals, employees, and staff, and the social interaction within that place. Yeah. So if you see the so this model looks at the holistic. It takes the holistic approach. How should the physical element look like, and how should the people behave, internal and external, and resources, how should they be utilized in order to make the physical environment welcoming, and so on. Okay. And that's all. I think there is only one element that we need to discuss. And then anything that you want to ask. So we looked at the role of the physical evidence, and you now it's for you to look at the role of physical environment in your factory or in your office. So how would you, so this is how you can see and go and check what the physical environment looks like in your office or in your place of work or in your factory, correct?
Yes, sir.
Is your factory big, small? How would you describe?
Big, sir, having offices. Big, sir, having offices, furnitures.
Small, clean offices, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So you can.
And impressive.
I'm sorry.
Impressive as well.
MashaAllah. Okay. Very good. Okay. So it should be. But
here shops. But sir, here shops are people don't accept the changes. Everyone shop keepers having a very small counter, and they are up sitting in the counters and counting the notes, but they don't accept changes.
Yes, I know. People don't accept the physical evidence as evidence. They want to, they want to have money all the time. This is what they need. It doesn't really matter.
They have money, but don't accept the changes.
They don't accept the changes. Yes. Okay. Yes, I understand. Okay. If you want to look at the references, you can, when you go on to your Moodle, there are some references and there are some books. You can look at the e-books. Okay. And read something about the physical importance of the environment. Why is it important? Why it's not important? And what should include or what doesn't include. Okay.
Yes.
So it's all right. So that's all we need to discuss on this. If you have any question, just fire. If you don't have any question, I have nothing else to say on this, except that we will have a discussion on assignment discussion tomorrow.
Yeah, yes.
We have a assignment discussion tomorrow. And from there onwards, then you can do your assignment and take 2 weeks to do the assignments. And then send it off to us afterwards. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Any issues on overall all the course or anything that you didn't understand throughout the course? Everything is fine?
Yeah, yes, sir. Clear.
Good. Is your work good?
Yes, sir.
You go to work or you staying home at the moment? Holiday?
No, sir, at home. I'm at home.
Okay. All right. Sumit, thank you very much for joining.
Thank you.
And we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, yes, sir.
On the assignment discussion, right?
Okay, right.
Okay. Thank you.